Thor's Asgard spaceship is attacked by Thanos and his children, Proxima Midnight Ebony Ma Corvus GLA Call Obsidian. They're looking for space stones located in the Tesseract. Loki took before Asgard was destroyed. Thanos' army easily defeats the Asgardian army possesses the Power Stone obtained by destroying Xandar. After a failed counter-attack by the Hulk, Loki offers Thanos the Tesseract. Please exchange Thor's life. Unfortunately for Loki, Thanos kills him. He's waiting for Loki's attempt at betrayal, kill him in exchange for Thor's life in the last seconds of Hulk's life. Jaimal uses Bifreeze's power to transport it to Earth, can defeat him, Thanos and his children. Then leave. Shortly after Thanos uses the Power Stone to destroy the spaceship, leaving a distraught Thor drift in space. Once this is done, Hulk crash landing at Sanctum Sanctorum in New York City and turning back, return to Bruce Banner. Banner then shares the news that Thanos is imminent. Arrives with Stephen Strange and Wong. Tony Stark is contacted by Strange Banner providing information about the Infinity Stones and Thanos. Stark comes to the conclusion that he needs to contact Steve Rogers to find Vision disappeared from the radar along with Wanda Maximoff. That's because they have to find something Vision to remove spirits. A stone fell from his skull. At this moment, Ma and Obsidian arrived in New York with ambition about stealing the Time Stone from Stark Strange. Wong and Peter Parker confront Ma and Obsidian. Banner realized he couldn't do this, transform into the Hulk and help in the resulting conflict, the traumatic experience he went through when he was defeated by Thanos. Ma knocks Strange out and takes him away. Stark and Parker are captured while pursuing Mara's spaceship, leaving Earth. Meanwhile, Wong remains on Earth to protect Sanctorum. Banner will contact the other party, a member of the Avengers. Midnight and the Grave Attack, Wanda Maximoff and Vision of Scotland where two people were hiding. Steve Rogers, Natasha Romanoff, and Sam Wilson can defend himself, attack and save Wanda and Vision. They came to the conclusion that Avengers facility in New York State a great place to take shelter. There they meet James Rhodes, who has gained mobility thanks to a prosthetic leg. Vision suggests that Maximoff will destroy him, a stone embedded within him a plaque to prevent Thanos from getting his hands on it. Rogers advises them to travel a place with technology to remove stones safely and invisible from the outside. Please kill him, and Wanda will immediately refuse. However, Rogers suggests a trip there because Wakanda is the only place that has this technology. Thor is saved from certain death. Only the Guardians of the Galaxy heard the pain. A signal has been transmitted from an Asgardian ship. Thor has a hunch that Thanos will do it next, go after the Reality Stone currently kept by a collector in a remote location. But before Thor could investigate Reality Stone, he must find a new weapon that can kill people. Thanos from the dwarf planet Ni Bella. That's because native is home. The only blacksmith who can do this manufacturer of such weapons, Thor orders Rocket to accompany him between Peter Quill and Gamora. Drax and Mantis leave nowhere at the same time. On the way there, Gamora has it in a conversation with Quill, she makes him promise to kill. If you have a chance, you too. Quill reluctantly promises to do it himself. Later, Thanos ambushes the Guardians in a secluded area. He's already retrieved the Reality Stone and built an unbreakable illusion. His net can catch them nowhere after a key point in the battle. Meanwhile, Gamora asks Quill to kill her and uses the Space Stone in order for her to escape. He succeeded in capturing her. Thanos has stated that he's aware of this. Gamora knows where the Soul Stone is. After the information was driven out of the fog, her torture Nebula manages to escape. She then sent a signal to the other Guardians to meet them. On Thanos' home, planet of Titan, Thanos and Gamora travel to the planet Volmer, where the Soul Stone is. There, they meet Red Skull, the Guardian of the Stone, who explains to Thanos that getting the stone back will be expensive. He must first sacrifice the life of someone he truly cares about. Command to do this. Despite his reservations, Thanos throws it. In exchange, Gamora threw her off a cliff to her death. For this act, he receives a Soul Stone. Stark and Parker become free from, Strange from him, the torture chamber that Ma built, and they throw Maul to death. I left the ship. Stark disagrees with Strange and believes they should fight Thanos instead of retreating as they have in the past. Strange thinks they should retreat to protect the Time Stone. The three departed. Confronts Thanos on Titan, where they meet and plot with Quill, Drax, and Mantis. A strategy to remove the gauntlet worn by Thanos while discussing strategy. Doctor Strange uses the Time Stone to explore alternate timelines and reports that he has seen 14,045,606 of them. Of these, he's the only one that ended in victory for the Avengers. Thanos teleports to Titan where the group is. Join him in melee combat. After a long conversation with Strange, this happened to distract him. Eventually, they succeeded in defeating him as Peter and Tony tried to escape. Thanos armed Gauntlet. Mantis is capable to calm Thanos down and make him more cooperative. Quill and Nebula come during the Titan conflict. The conclusion is that Gamora was killed and angry Quill retaliates by punching Thanos. This breaks the group's influence over Thanos. Thanos regains control of the gauntlet and easily defeats the other heroes. Then he demands this Strange surrender time. Stone or Tony Stark will die. That's done. Then I got some strange information. Tony, you made it to the finals. Thanos incorporates the stone into his gauntlet before using it to escape from the Titans. Thor, Rocket and Groot find net of LR Forsaken and Forsaken. When they arrive, Thor is confused by the fact that the giant forge is currently idle. A giant dwarf named IRI appears to them. Thanos forced the dwarfs to build the gauntlet in exchange for Thanos killing all the dwarves other than IRI. IRI is the only dwarf still alive. Reactivated with great effort. After reigniting the neutron star that powered them, the four were finally able to create Thor's new battle axe Stormbreaker. Use the weapon and give him the power of BIM. As meanwhile, the Avengers carry out their mission, head to Wakanda and give Shuri the responsibility of removing the Outrider army led by Thanos arrives and begins attacking Wakanda. Wakanda soldiers unified with the Avengers. Under the leadership of King Kara, defense against Thanos' army begins. King Ka stands at the forefront of defense. Graves sneaks into Shuri's laboratory and leaves Thor attacks Vision before Rocket. And Groot was able to throw himself into the battle. The Outriders had already begun. Their expansion completely destroy the enemy army. Midnight, Obsidian, and GLA all met their demise, and the tide seemed to have turned in the Avengers' favor. Thanos comes to retrieve the Mind Stone. Maximov tearfully tries to stop Thanos' mind, destroy and retrieve his stone while still embedded in Vision. But Thanos uses the time the stone used to do this. Reverses events, removes the Mind Stone from view, and ultimately leads to Maximov death again. Enters Thanos' chest, but Thanos manages to block the attack long enough to snap his gloved fingers in faraway space. He discovers Gamora when she was a child. She asked about her expenses. She confirmed that she had reached her goal. All this is what he said. In response, Thor returns to Earth and stares in horror as Thanos teleports from the battlefield. His gauntlet and part of his left arm are damaged in battle. His chest was burned. People begin to fall apart and Thanos takes another step forward. He has come close to his goal of annihilating half of all life in the universe. Bucky Barnes, Kara Groot, Maximov, Wilson Mantis, Draxstar, Lord Strange, and Parker are among the fallen heroes, the only hero living in Wakanda. Steve Rogers, Thor, Bruce Banner, Romanoff, James Rhodes, Rocket, Okoye and Ku. The Titan Mist and Stark are alone. People are still alive in Thanos, wakes up in a lush alternate world. The wound on his chest has healed and he quietly watches the sunset smiling with satisfaction. I know he achieved his ultimate goal. After the credits roll, you will see something like this sequence showing a world in complete anarchy. You can see how individuals turn to ashes, self-driving cars collide on the road, and helicopters are also seen crashing skyscrapers and explosions. Nick Fury, former director of SNCELD, Deputy Director Maria Hill, observe the action on the street before disbanding. Fury can deliver the final blow. Let's send a distress signal before Captain Marvel disappears and the movie ends here.